Hello everybody, this is Modest Marty, an average college student. Marty has a bit of a problem. You see, in the beginning of the semester, he was really excited for his supply chain management class and decided to get a good grade, but after a few weeks in, he realized that his efforts may not be enough since he currently has a C in the class. I don't know where I'm going wrong. I wonder if there's anything I can do to help my chances of getting a good grade. I know! I can use benchmarking! I remember learning about that in class. Good choice, Marty. Businesses use benchmarking to improve performance by identifying and applying the best demonstrated practices and measures from industry leaders. Benchmarking can be defined as a measurement of the quality of an organization's policies, products, programs, and strategies, and their comparison with similar measurements of their peers. The objectives of benchmarking are 1. To determine what and where improvements are called for, 2. To analyze how other organizations achieve their high performance levels, and 3. To use this information to improve performance. There are 6 core steps to benchmarking. The first, decide what to benchmark. Next, understand the current performance of your organization. Then, do the proper planning of what, how, and when you begin benchmarking. Then, study others well, the practices or system you wish to benchmark. Then, gather the data and learn from it. Finally, use the findings to improve upon your current system. Let's go back to Marty and see how he plans to use benchmarking to help him in class. I just need to find someone who has an A and ask them what they're doing and then compare it to what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll just ask the next person that comes in about their study habits and what they do. This is Lazy Larry. He mostly gets C's and D's and only comes to half his classes. Why is he here so early? He usually doesn't come in till late. I seriously doubt he has an A. Okay, Marty. Now what does everyone say? Don't judge a book by its cover. I'll just ask him a few questions. Excuse me, Larry, but if you don't mind me asking, what grade do you have in this class? I don't know, man. Don't really care, to be honest with you. You know what they say, C's get degrees. Although lately, I wish it was D's get degrees. Know what I'm saying? Yo, man, we have a quiz today, right? No, the quiz is next class. Psh! What the hell am I here for then? Peace! Now walks in studious Steve, a model student with excellent grades. I think that's Steve. Yeah, that's right. I always see him talking with the professor. He must be doing well in the class. Hey Steve, how's it going? Good, thanks. And you? I'm doing okay. Hey, so how are you doing in the class? Do you know your grade? Yeah, I have an A. Really? Wow, that's great. Hey, actually I wanted to do better in this class, but I could use a good reference point. Do you think I can ask you a few questions? Sure, go ahead. How often do you study? For this class, about an hour a day. That includes reading part of the chapters and going over key terms or PowerPoint slides. I see. Okay, and where do you usually sit in class? I always sit somewhere in the first 2 rows. Okay, and how often do you participate in class? I always try to make sure I ask a question or comment on something the teacher is talking about at least once per class. Geez, you sure deserve that A you're getting. Sounds like you're really serious about this class. Well, thanks for answering all my questions. I really appreciate it. No problem. Hope it helps. Good luck. Here, we can clearly see the key performance indicators between Marty and Steve. These 4 measurements are used to measure success for these 2 students, but we can compare what Marty is doing to what Steve is doing and see where Marty can improve to help him get a better grade in the class. Now that you understand benchmarking, let's go over a few more examples. There's the classic example of iPhone versus Samsung. You can compare the 2 using measures of speed, browser capability, and compatibility to other devices. We then can look at 2 brands of coffee, Starbucks and McDonald's. Here we can use the measurements of price, taste, and ease of access to benchmark customer preference and success of the product. Next we have a BMW versus a Honda. We can look at the 2 production processes, reliability, and miles per gallon per vehicle to set appropriate benchmarks. And finally, let's take a look at Xbox versus PlayStation. The factors to consider here are graphics and which games are released for certain consoles. Each one of these examples shows 2 companies who are competing for the same pool of customers. By comparing their products to their peers, organizations can see where they need to improve and focus attention and resources on areas that matter.